Yeah.
Saturday Night is a film that might have changed my life. Between the almost identical cast and the deeper meaning that makes this one of my top 10 favorite films of this year, let's break down why Saturday Night could be one of the most inspiring films you'll see this year.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the film Saturday Night. I just saw this movie today and I just feel like I need to talk about it. I love this film so much. I put it in my top 4 on my Letterboxd. First thing that I absolutely need to talk about and why I love film is that this perfectly encaptured the 70s era. It really felt like a time capsule, even down to the actors, like having Chevy Chase. The actor who played Chevy Chase looked just like him. Same with Jim Henson, looked just like him and talked just like him. Same with Billy Preston. I think the actor who played everyone looked identical to the people that they portrayed. And as you're watching it, you really feel like you're watching events, like real events happening in real time. I would believe that stuff happened. So it was just, because when I went into it, I was like, is it going to be accurate? Are they going to dramatize stuff? Because they did that with the Marilyn Monroe documentary where they dramatized or added narratives to things. So I was wondering if they were going to do the same. And I don't know it that well to know if they did, but it seemed pretty realistic of like, whoa, this is crazy. Next thing I want to talk about is the tension of this film. I've seen a few people call it like a ticking time bomb, the way the story is told where you know how it's going to end because, I mean, it came out, Saturday Night Live is very successful now, but you're still watching it thinking, are they going to pull it off? And I think that's what I love, because some films it's like, you know what's going to happen, so you're kind of bored the whole time. But this one, you're like, wow, are they actually going to pull it off? Because you don't know the behind the scenes of how stuff happens and everything. So it was just really interesting. Also, speaking of tension, this film stressed me out. Like, in a good way though. Having Lorne Michaels like running around and answering questions and just that freaking bulletin board of all of those acts that have to be like squashed into like an hour special. Terrifying. Cannot even imagine being in his shoes, honestly. Yeah, you could feel that tension throughout the entire film. And I think adding like time throughout the film of how much time there was until it was gonna air, that helped a lot with raising tension and making you be like, they only have 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Do you only have 30 minutes? Like that. The one thing that kind of bugged me about this film, but I guess it's accurate to the time, so I can't be like too like whatever about it, is the treatment of Jim Henson. I feel like this needs to be discussed. During this time, I remember briefly hearing about Jim Henson going on SNL and them not really liking him or his style, his vibe. So, and the Muppet Show, very similar to SNL, but with Muppets. So I don't know which came first. It was just messed up how they treated Jim Henson. Knowing now how much of an impact he's had on the world, and especially me, inspired me as a filmmaker to do stuff out of the box, try different things that may seem weird, but the overall message of it is there. I think they just didn't get it. So that was a little bit sad because I love Jim Henson. So it was cool to see that time capsule of him and Frank Oz on SNL, just like standing there in the back. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, now I want to talk about my own takeaway from this entire film. I feel like as a creator, we have all experienced what Lorne Michaels has experienced. That feeling of creating something, not knowing if it's going to work out, but you have that belief in it that you're going to do it. And there's always stuff that's going to go wrong. The vision isn't how you see it exact, but you still go through with it and it ends up working out. And there's a magic to stuff like that because we know now watching this film how successful Saturday Night Live is. that to see it before, like, it was always great in Lorne Michaels' vision, but to know that it's going to get the response that it's going to get now, you see that potential, I guess. And I feel like me as a filmmaker, I feel that same feeling, but before knowing or before seeing the outcome of it. I don't know. I feel like the main message of this film is to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself and you act upon what you believe in, nothing can stop you. Can you believe somebody telling Chevy Chase that he's not going to make it in that industry? Look at him now. Like, bro, can you imagine if Chevy Chase listened to him, internalized that? Like, that's just not the vibe. That's just not even the vibe at all. If you believe in something, do it. And if things go wrong, keep going. Adapt, overcome, and just see what happens. I think that's what I love about this film and why it's in my top 4 on my Letterboxd. That's my review. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, go check out my channel and maybe subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts on this movie are. I would love to hear them. Yeah, that is my review.